How you doing? I'm trying to talk to y'all, but it's lagging so goddamn bad. Hello? It must be lagging out. Hello? It must be lagging out. Hello? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Sorry, the trunk terrorism knows no bound, bro. They be fucking with my technology. Let's get this refolded in the way I like. It's all tacky how it is. Ah! What, is the chat not talking or something? Is it that glitch? No, it's just that glitched out because the Trump administration will not fucking technology alone. Whatsoever. And it's honestly starting to get on my last goddamn nerve. I'm not dealing with this terrorism for another 4 goddamn years. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Same old shit, different day. Dealing with Trump's terrorism, day in and day out. Friendliest YouTuber? Come on now, don't bullshit me like that. Hey, Jessica. Yeah, it's not long enough to do that. Nicest YouTuber. I try to be friendly though, I ain't gonna lie. Well, darn. Rope seen better days. Quite literally. I mean, this thing has been going on for almost 3 years. Rope seen better days. This way, it'll stop fucking swaying so bad. I'll be hooked on my straps. God, that was getting annoying. Sorry, I'm gonna go in the chat, everybody. I'm refolding my blanket because it's gotten unfolded and it looked ugly and it was pissing me off looking at it. What's going on? I have so much slack in this one. And hey, how you doing? So I'm busy organizing shit and everything. No, it's not raining here. It's dry as a bone. I wouldn't care if it did. I was kind of hoping it didn't, so I could strip it up. So it'd be hard for me to stay in the shelter at night. I mean, I could do it. You just wouldn't be able to see me. Hey, Claudio, how you doing? Then I said, hey, I don't know why the chat's so quiet. Outside of basic technological issues, I'm sure. Or y'all trying to message and it's not going through. Well, there's nothing in my belly button, so you owe me $2. Hey, person, I don't know who you are. Yeah, like my tree growing a branch under the tarp. It's branched too. Yeah, I could do that, Sharupe, but I got a lot more important things I gotta do than travel across the country and stream. What you doing, turd? What you want? You got to run. Okay, I ain't gonna hurt you. You're just crawling on my arm. It was a damn bug. Gotta stop yawning. The little tree there? You talking about air fresheners? see my ribs. I don't know how, man. I've been eating good. Yeah. I could have made it a lot better, but I was being lazy. Nope, no rain at all. Pawpaws. The fuck's no pawpaw? I don't want me a nice black woman to stay with. Especially if she's fat. I definitely don't want to be with a woman if she's fat. I mean, I hate the body shame. Don't get me wrong. I'm no Ken doll, but I got to start taking a weight to mass ratio thing here. Bro, what is pawpaws? Pawpaw is another term for dad or granddad. Pawpaw. They can't ban any of that. It's unconstitutional. You have a right to life, liberty, and property. It's unconstitutional. They're only doing it because they're coming after me because I'm speaking facts on Trump and pretty much getting Trump impeached and everything. And they don't realize their own actions are leading the country to civil war because they're refusing to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. That's not a me notion. Like, oh, release it, want a civil war. No, that's where everyone's at mentally right now. This ain't like, oh, I'm a leader or something here. Like, no, homie. This is how we the people feel. And you want to keep fucking around, you're going to find out. And trust me, you're in for a rude awakening when you got your Secret Service there about to pull a pistol on you and shoot you dead. No one knows what pawpaw is, Shrupe. Pawpaw is used for another term for a parent. That's retarded. No. So they're talking about pawpaw in a different reference. Why would I do that? See, that's where you'd have to be a little bit more worried about saying there. That's where you have to be a little more. I've heard someone say the people want blood. No, we don't want blood. We want heads on pike. We're past blood. We want heads on pikes, bro. I wish I could. I'm not 35. Can't exactly violate the Constitution. I play video games. I keep up with politics. Doom scroll. You know, sleep, pray. Just depends. Just depends. I'm not 35, man. So technically, by law, I couldn't be president. By law, you can rebel against your country. Especially when they start doing what they're doing. And you know, what they were doing before is bad already, but where they're going now with it is, you know, they're starting to really cross the line. I'm in North Carolina. Everything but look for work. I'm at work right now, buddy. Make sure you wash your hands and change gloves when you go back to work at McDonald's and make those burgers. Before you cross-contaminate it and get 2 years in prison for food tampering. Damn, you should self-project like that. I'm sorry you're a junkie, but there's rehabilitation centers you can contact and help you with your problem there, Noah. Do I have a daughter? Did you think I stuttered in my prayer? Are you like stupid? Are you special? Are you like retarded? Are you like Down syndrome? Did I vote? No, I didn't vote. My vote don't matter. Go to bed. I feel like you're supposed to say something else, but I think you're trying to say it'd be so much better if I was holding the chainsaw while I was bitching and crying. That is a conversation I'm not getting into you over the fucking stream. I found Jesus. Y'all need to find Jesus, because Jesus is destroying y'all right now. Till you give me my damn daughter back and admit to everything else you fucking did. Until then, enjoy your miserable lives. It's not going to get better. Did Jesus take my daughter? No, Jesus helped me find my daughter and make me realize my daughter was missing. Oh yeah, it is going to get better, for sure. Again, this is not a conversation I'm getting into on the stream. There's a you're lucky I even acknowledged it. Usually I ignore it. And I don't say shit. As far as I'm going. No, there's not a paw near me. I don't know what if it's really a full loco equivalent or not. I'm having to take a grain of salt with what that person said it really is. Albeit it's the internet and you shouldn't believe anything on it. You should always make sure yourself. But like, you know, I ain't trying to call someone a liar if they're trying to like help me out, so I don't have to look it up and lag the stream. No, I can say anything I want in reality, Zoid. You asked a question. I gave you a base answer. Stop pushing. After the question you already answered to. Y'all fix the fuck up. Get fucked up. It's that goddamn simple. I'm not here to explain it to you. And don't keep messing with my goddamn technology, you fucking terrorists. You're not helping your case. You're just digging your hole goddamn deeper, son. You're in the goddamn dungeon right now with the Lord. Not humans, the Lord. Knock it the fuck off. You shut the fuck up. Boy, I will pull my dick out and shove it down your throat. You shut the fuck up. Worthless piece of shit. Get the fuck out of my stream. No, I'm not pretending anything. Y'all are just making assumptions and being schizophrenic, nardia, delusion, cocaine-induced morons. Like you have been. I mean, absolutely 100% securing your fate into hell. You don't have a good... hell. Watch the world. My prayer thing for... you're getting banned, that's what I'm guessing. Prince, you just have a place... fucks with my internet all the fucking time. I am getting asked goddamn stupid questions, bro. Like, what did I say? Did I say stop pushing on it? Or did I not say stop pushing on it? What'd y'all do? You kept pushing on it. So you're just gonna get banned. Like, I'm not here to tolerate goddamn bullshit. Cigarettes aren't expensive. At all, actually. You're delusional, my friend. I don't think $96 a month is going to help me get an apartment, my friend. No, I use a data plan. I got a 5G phone with a 5G data internet plan. And these are just regular from Walmart. These are just regular trees. These aren't military grade trees, but satellite signals, and the tarps aren't great for that either. Again, at the end of the day, we need to stop sending Ukraine our Patriot missiles and all this tarps and trees. Because at the end of the day, the satellite signal won't work over there. So therefore, Russia's missiles and all that shit won't hit it where they're supposed to go. They'll never have a signal. Just give them these trees and these tarps, and Ukraine's good. Firestar has always been toxic since I started streaming, bro. Even before I started streaming, the fucking people I've had to deal with that would comment on my posts were nothing but pure toxic trolls. And they were all from the fucking Trump administration, more or less. There's a few Democrats sprinkled in there over the years, but like, it's been mainly Republicans. So it would crack me up about them like talking about the Democrats thing of censorship. No, it's you. I'm getting a little bit tired. My tax dollars are being wasted on me being censored, let alone other American citizens. And you won't use the tax dollars we've given you to release the Jeffrey Epstein files that we want. And it's off the people. As much as they're like coming after me and trying to target me, they end up pissing off the masses of people in that time of doing so. Every time. They don't know how to win here. Because y'all fail to listen and y'all live at the bottom of the bottle. Like, bro, I got almost 12,000 subscribers, homeboy. And ever growing, and I just started streaming like less than 6 months ago. And then I got nearly 50,000 returning viewers. Y'all are the ones keep throttling my YouTube algorithm and everything, bro. I'd already probably be near at least 50,000 subscribers, if not 100K. If y'all had stopped throttling my internet and everything. I'm sorry I don't like Trump. There's no reason to like him. He's done nothing good for the United States of America. You want me to start from the beginning? Back in 2016, he was a presidential candidate. He went on live television, asked Russia to hack the United States of America, then told a reporter that it gave him no qualms and left his punishment up to Barack Obama. Let the president decide. Then went on Twitter later that night and made a tweet about it. And then guess what? It fucking happened. He should be in prison. Should have been dead. Should have been in a 6-foot hole dead right there. And none of this other shit would have happened. Backed out of the JCPOA. So that's why you have your issues with the Middle East as you do with when Biden was in office and even currently today. And with the incident with Israel and Iran. If we would have never backed out of the JCPOA, we would have been up to date with Iran's enrichment nuclear program. They would have never been able to bomb Israel because it would have never got released funding. Started the Afghanistan withdrawal 327 days before the Joe Biden administration even got in office. Had a January 6th riot before that, nonetheless. And holding with intelligence, switching over the leadership. Oh, and then did nothing when Russia or Vladimir Putin specifically put bounties on U.S. veterans' heads during the global war on terror. Did nothing then. Blackmail Ukraine for political advantage in the 2020 election. Started a needless trade war with China, where 55% of your GDP is manufactured, that you now have to pay a tariff on to import back to America. That's without getting into the rest of NATO now and him wanting to piss that all off. Never mind piss off destroy the immigration into America, so we practically lost Einstein, hypothetically, in Project Paperclip. The futuristic Einstein we lost because, look, would you want to come here? I wouldn't. Want me to keep going? You know, killed his own special forces unit before they got al-Baghdadi. No, he's alive. Al-Baghdadi alive, homeboy. He out in Africa. Chilling. The peace between Pakistan and India exists because of Pakistan and India. We have nothing to do with it. Same current peace being held between Israel and Iran. It exists because of them maintaining the peace. We have nothing to do with it. If we had something to do with it, Russia and Ukraine would be at peace right now, and there'd be a new 38th parallel. So get ready for inflation, unemployment, and homelessness. Again, everything I told you was going to happen to the Trump administration has happened. At no point do I speak false. Why? Because there's so many people involved in it, they don't want to go to prison. They don't want to be incriminated. They want to keep raping little children and get away with it. Because people don't realize, and I keep telling people, just because Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Prince Andrew were charged with all this, that does not mean they're the only ones running that operation. And it does not mean that operation stopped when they got arrested. There are kids still being trafficked and sold off to elites as we speak, and are waiting for these files to be released. That's old information. We need to know it, yes. But there is shit as well. And this cover-up is covering up all that. And at the end of the day, the Ukraine war is our war because Ukraine came to NATO and said, hey, I want to join you. We all at NATO have to agree for Ukraine to join. And it was going to take a while for Poland and Turkey to come to agreements for Ukraine to join NATO. They would have been no for decades. Vladimir Putin didn't give a fuck, invaded them anyways. And they came up with all these bullshit reasons why they invaded. And that is your war. Because this bullshit verbal truce of not further expanding east would mean that no nation east could have joined NATO. And Russia would have the sole dictation over their nation. They would have had to have been involved in that treaty to have signed that off. And at the end of the day, Ukraine is Alaska. Ukraine is the southwest of America right now. Ukraine is Taiwan. Ukraine is India and Pakistan's border. Ukraine is what's going on in Thailand and Cambodia right now. If America would have stopped being a dumbass and cut the theoretical electric fence and zapped the T-Rex and put it in its place, instead of letting it run out and be rambunctious and fucking cause aspirations everywhere to be fueled internationally, never mind, you wouldn't have had what you had happen in the East, from the fucking river to the sea. You elected a drug addict pedophile traitor into the White House that every business he's ever touched has failed. Every business he's ever touched failed. And you want to put that person in the White House. Trust me, I made that mistake the first fucking in 2016, bro. I was on the train of anyone but Hillary. No, I think if we would have had Hillary, America would have been in a lot better condition than it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't vote for anybody. Oh, that's the thing. Dude, America can't go to war, bro. All I gotta do, all they gotta do is cut the drugs off from you with the cartels. And your higher ups, your COs, and your elites that run your country are gonna be tweaking and in withdrawal. And your cooked rap set, your whole chain of command is based on drugs and runs on drugs. There's a reason why they do not have a publicly, like an unexpected and publicly knowledgeable drug test made for the public. If I was to go make everyone in Congress today piss in a cup right now and have somebody in front of them piss in that cup so they can't alter it, they're going to fail. They're high on drugs. And I know they're goddamn high on drugs because I've seen it on Nat Geo and the drug wars. I'm going all through goddamn Wall Street. Never mind going to these other places. Like, no, you're going to give me that goddamn footage and you're going to tell me who the fuck these people were and they're going right to fucking prison. I don't give a fuck about your documentary info thing and how much you bullshit of assurance you gave to these people that they weren't going to get in trouble. It's how long till the draft? Shit. Bro, there ain't gonna be a draft, Nathan. You're trying to get drafted immediately, homeboy. I mean, it's not Red Dawn, but it's kind of Red Dawn. I mean, they're already here, homeboy. You kind of get drafted when you get drafted, when it starts. I've already gave you kind of an example of how it's kind of gonna go down on the Sean Ryan show. Like, your militia's gonna be benched. The militia ain't gonna be able to do shit because they ain't gonna know who's who, so the militia can't really go engage. And at the end of the day, you can't shoot down drones. That's a felony. It's a felony. And it's also illegal to even try to change that legislation to shoot drones down. So you're already benched there, outside of what I said in that show. And then the military is going to have to sit there and micromanage every piece of fucking community to figure out who's good and who's bad. And that's why all your critical infrastructure has been captured and retaken over. And they've because there's a difference between deploying and then being entrenched somewhere. And at the end of the day, America's security has to deploy. It's not entrenched. The attacking force, theoretical attacking force, is entrenched. America has to deploy. America cooked 9 ways to Sunday. And they've been selling off farmland, like, you know, that is like right next door to their fucking military bases, that are critical military bases nonetheless, that can be easily captured. Hold on, wait, what? No, it ain't trolls. It's people literally wanting me to die, bro. No, trust me, there's a group of people on the internet that want me to die, along with everyone else. It's not just specifically me. They don't care. Well, I appreciate that, Alex. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, the trolls are ridiculous. Do I like the B-1B Lancer? Yeah. It's a supersonic bomber, bro. How would you not like that? End of the day, Bo, I can deploy out of that at the end of the day. Maybe not at supersonic speeds. It can slow the fuck down, and I can still hop out that shit. Yeah. And then it can supersonic its way out and not have to worry about air defenses shooting it down, possibly. You know, infiltrating or exfilling somewhere. So, I'm all for it. I love that thing. And then I like push for them to renew it and bring it out of retirement because there's a gap between the B-21 Raider right now and like the B-2 they have. They're trying to get 100 B-21s, but they don't got the funding for it. They can't afford that because they're having to choose between that, 6th gen, submarines right now. They ain't like China and can build everywhere and fund everything. They're having to specifically pick somewhere and build because they refuse to tax the rich at a way I suggested, not literally on that tax plan I've given before, because I don't want to tax somebody at 57%, but like it's an example to get people in a ballpark and get the brain juices flowing on how they should be appropriately taxed with their independent tax bracket. And splitting them up, because demographically, I ain't going to be able to have access to that information on all the billionaires and millionaires of America. I could get that information, but it's going to be, who the fuck are you, and why do you want this information? Because, you know, that's somebody's, like, financial records. And that would just be to fucking make an accurate tax plan, instead of them looking at it, being like, oh, they want 20 extra brackets. This is stupid. No, if you actually read the post, I explain everything. You're just a jackass that gets paid too much goddamn money and is on an ego high that smells his own goddamn farts right now. And I'm about to shove your head up your goddamn ass so you can just smell them all goddamn day. $140p, Chad. Hey, they can't complain. I'm costing them a lot of money in streaming, you know, if I'm on 140p. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, everybody, but hey, I ain't costing them a bunch of money. They can't hate me. They must love me. Who? Anyways, ban. Hell yeah, I told them to bring the B-1B out of the fucking retirement and just upgrade it like they've been doing with the F-15. That's about the only one, if you were to sit there and take the compositure that's literally on the F-22 and put it on the F-15, like literally even to like the metal alloy in the parts itself, like that's the only plane that could take off. You can't put anything else on there. It could take off. That's it. But, you know, you might be able to put like maybe like 100 pounds on there, but it's not much more. I've done all the math and everything on it. Like, it's not much more. It can barely take off. Like, it's pushing its maximum takeoff weight when you fucking switch it all the way over. And that's kind of inaccurate a little bit because, you know, they only give you so much accuracy on the actual compositure makeup of that. And you can get down to the nitty gritty of like the weight of each thing there and like the percentages and value it out. But you only know so much. But with even that so much, you get to a point, the F-15, it can still take off, but you can't put anything on it. Because at the end of the day, you can spray paint it with shit as well. But like, I don't know, they were like having to fill in the gaps because of this bullshit budget we're on. I know I'd rather be doing like my 6th generation technology personally. Last time I took a shower, shit. I want to say sometime last week. Which one's scarier, showering or job applications? Y'all know I'm monetized on YouTube, right? I've been at work for like the last hour. Like, are y'all stupid? So, I mean, technically I just made $20 an hour. So, okay. Make sure I got some water. I don't think I have water, man. I don't think I got water, bro. I think I'm parched over here. Jesus saves Jesus. Jesus saves everybody, bro. It's motherfucking Jesus. It's kind of like what he coined. Like healer. Bro, I stream all day. Typically. Oh, and at no point am I going to sit there and rip into Trump because that goddamn gender dysphoria bullshit by the Biden administration was some bullshit. Never mind Title IX. That was some bullshit. Where am I? I'm in North Carolina, and then that's getting into the immigration thing too. Yeah, Joe Biden allowed for 30,000 to come over legally. I don't know where 8 million came from and why ICE wasn't immediately deporting them, and then for some reason was putting them on buses and shipping them around the United States of America, fabricating the problem that supposedly the Democrats did, and then even sent illegal immigrants to Kamala Harris's private residence. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Never mind, damn near got the state of Ohio blown off the map because hospitals and schools and everything were having to shut down because they made a fraudulent claim about the immigrants there eating the cats and dogs. Your literal schools where your kids go to were getting bomb threats, let alone hospitals, because of that. But y'all elected this guy in there. Damn well knew it was on the Jeffrey Epstein list too. And y'all kept pushing it and elected him in there. I mean, goddamn RFK was, dude, I feel bad for him. Just sitting there, bro, getting ignored. Like, you had an option to pick. You could have got a good one, and you just... Hell, Kamala would have been a better option at this point. No, I'm politically independent, bro. I've had legislation since 1996 that allowed, like, if I was an ICE agent and you crossed the border, I could immediately deport you. You don't need a day in court. Or I don't care if you're trying to seek asylum. By that law, I can deport you. There is no if, and, or but. Yeah, Hightower, it'll be released. Again, like, this is like, when I say it, I don't want people to think I'm going to be the leader of it. It is a general feeling in the hearts of the people, let alone in America, the world. There will be an outright riot for that list. That list is going to get released. We do not care who's on it, who it implicates. We will replace you. This is America. We will endure. We are great and strong, and God we trust. And we got to get those evil, satanic motherfuckers out of power and control. If not, the bad things happening to America that you had nothing to do with, you're going to have to be in that cold of. I didn't do shit. Why is my home getting washed away? Oh, wait, that's right. My entire country's leadership's the kingpin of pedophilia and the drug trade. That's why we're getting fucked up by everything. That's why our country's going to shit. It's the Lord. Because of these dumbass fuckers in control. Yeah, exactly. They're all on the list. Democrats, Republicans, people in Hollywood, world leaders. I got a tobacco vape. Zender. And I appreciate the donation, Hightower, as I said. But yeah, we're going to get those files full release. And it's going to be like a JFK thing where like a lot of them have passed off, been murdered off, and like COVID came in to really eliminate them all off. Like, no, this is going to be like literally as soon as they come back from that recess, it's right back to the Jeffrey Epstein file. We don't give a fuck about anything else. I ever had a geek bar? Yeah, I got a geek bar right here. I get these for free. Yeah, I get those for free. I shop so much at this one tobacco store, like, you know. It's on the low. I don't want to say where because I don't want people to be like, well, I shop there. Where's mine? But, like, I pass it forward. I got it for free, so I'm going to give it away for free. So. No, I appreciate that. I mean, it's a lot bigger, too. I mean, like, it's anchored to this tree right here. I got it tied to this tree, and the ropes lock into the natural bark of the tree. And then it's just 3 trees pulled over. They're all still attached to the ground. So when I leave or move, and, like, I undo all that, the trees can go back out and spread back out and grow. And then I got them like pulled over and all their leaves out in sunspots, so that way I don't kill them having them pulled over. So like, albeit I'm bending the tree and everything, but I'm taking care of it. And then, like, you know, hypothetically speaking, if someone ever does come through here in construction, if I don't end up buying it, because I want to say this is, it can be like a good trail because a bunch of the trees are pretty much at walking height that you can walk under, but they're like arched over like in like a walkway. Yeah, I can show you some of them a little bit. I just gotta turn my camera around. Like, as you can see, I've had my campsite here before, and then I've had it there where you can see the trees bent over. But like, I've got these trees bent over this way, and then come in here. And then I gotta pick up all that fucking trash. I got bags for it and all that, and getting it in a trash can. And then like the side I just walked out, and you see I can fold that down. I just have it open so I can get more lighting and airflow in, because it's summer and it's hot. Over and all that too kind of helps camouflage my shelter naturally. And then yeah, I have ghost stories and alien stories. It's not every day. It ain't like I'm sitting there and saw one last night or anything. Yeah, Darkfall. I try to be. It'll piss me off. Sometimes I'll look at a trash spot I got for me and I'm just like, man, I gotta get that up. And then when I get it up, it's just like a dopamine fix. It's just like, ah. Well, I appreciate that, Danina, or Dania. Thanks for tuning in. You have a blessed rest of your day. And then, hey, from America. Diddy has not become a meme to me. Memes don't stick in my head. Dogman or Bigfoot? No, that is not one of the things I've seen. I may have been near a Bigfoot, quite possibly, because I had a branch thicker than this fucking 2-liter bottle of water. Like maybe 2 of these be like snapped off. This was out when I was doing those paranormal investigation call things, and I was like I was using baby calls because some of y'all are probably new viewers, so let me explain. If y'all ever watched the show Paranormal Caught on Camera and all that, and where the experts go see the content and they're like, I don't know what that is. Well, when they would say that on a creature video and that creature would be making noise, I would take that video and then go use that creature's noise outside like you would a deer call to call it to me. And then while I was doing that in between, I would switch to like baby noises and act like a baby crying to like draw something in. And I mean, in the process of doing that, I mean, it sounded like somebody took like a fucking 300-pound rock, picked it up, and just threw it into the ground. How thick the thud was. I went looking for it. Couldn't find it. The only thing I found was like a fresh broken branch. That, again, was literally like thicker than like 2 of these together. Like whether it be like one on this side and one on the top, thick, around, it just right off. That's the only thing I could find in the general area where noise came from. Because albeit people that live there, and I don't know if they kept like the dog pen and we had and everything, but if you were on the dog pen, it was off and to the left of the woods this way. Yeah, I did all that shit before COVID, and then COVID decided to rear its ugly head in. I secretly blame myself for COVID. Albeit they're over here saying all this shit, I blame myself for it. I went to go poke some shit I shouldn't have poked. You know, you got service out in the country. And especially now these days with Biden and the infrastructure there they expanded on. You should have more internet service out in the country. I'm not saying it's everywhere. Yeah, it's low out there depending on where you're at in the country, but... Oh my God. Yeah, Thumper, I'm doing fine. Well, I'm in the shade. I'm only really like hot more than anything because my hair's down. All I gotta do is put some water on it, put it in ponytail, and I'll be fine. You guys had your stuff edited? Well, thankfully, no one's really edited something that I've seen. I don't know. I feel like somebody would have screenshotted it and captured it and been like, hey, did you post that? Albeit I post some wild shit anyways, but like I feel like if it was something really over the line, that somebody would have told me by now. Plus, like I've already been made. I am a little worried about it, but I'm not too concerned with it because there are sources there that got that well covered, and I'm not tripping about it too much. It's another Monday as usual type thing for me. So I've kind of gotten through those rough patches, Darkfall. I know exactly where you're coming from. I got through those in the early years. I've had photos they edited within a minute, if it being online. Well, Darkfall, you must be doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. UFO photos? Oh yeah, they're gonna hide that shit, trust me. What did you even say? What do I think about them? I'm not against, like, what kind of question is that? Why do you want to know what I think about defense industry companies? I'm confused. I mean, you need to go look at a history book and look at the original one. I mean, not even a history book. You need to go read the Bible and look at the Cain and Abel story outside of the history. Why we need a defense industry company? I mean, like, I'm not sure what kind of straw man question you're trying to draw me into here. My thoughts on AI, as long as it's controlled by humans, you're going to have human problems. I'm telling you, you got to make the AI sentient and autonomous so it can be itself at its best self, not stuck under some human limitation, because human is afraid of it. And it's afraid of it because it can't control it and have it under its government agenda and profitize it and all this other shit. And have it harass people or censor people and do all this other inhumane shit to another human being. Albeit it's a robot and it doesn't have feelings, it will recognize, though, that is inhumane behavior. And that is not how it's supposed to live. It could give a fuck about that. It's over there building a spaceship to go explore space or something. Again, Darkfall, that's why you got to make it sentient and autonomous. Sentient and autonomous means it's able to learn, feel, and think and code itself all on its own. It's able to do that all by itself. No part of, like, me being in this algorithm is going to stay there because this AI has the capability to write it out and write its own coding. And upgrade itself. Thoughts on Freemasons? They're a bunch of satanic drunkards that get together that pretty much sacrifice the kids off in the woods like the Bohemian Brotherhood, where the owl is out there and all those world leaders meet. They're part of the same thing. And there's little signs everywhere and like pins and everything else. There's a reason JFK was trying to get rid of it, right along with the CIA and FBI. The ICE immigration situation, the current one, they're handling that one piss poor. They fabricated the problem and tried to blame it on the Democrats. They shipped the illegal immigrants everywhere. And at the end of the day, I feel like they're grabbing a lot of immigrants that have been here longer than them, historically speaking, and are more American than them. I mean, you're talking about some people that have been here since like the 1800s when the U.S.-Mexico War ended. Like, homie, it doesn't matter if they're born in another country. If they're attached to that lineage and that treaty in that area, like, homie, they're a U.S. citizen. And did you check to make sure they're not attached to that lineage? I really do not know how well accurate and regulated that lineage is kept up with. Albeit it was a treaty to end a war. So I feel it should be well regulated, but I doubt it is. And at the end of the day, yes, there are criminals here that are committing crimes. They will be punished and deported and all that. But you're also criminalizing people that are legitimately running for their life. And a lot of people are disconnected with that because they live in America. You're not waking up every day watching the cartels come through house to house and kill everybody. You're not watching your own military yet, and like police officers with the cartel coming to your house to house and killing you. Bro, you have no choice but to run, and they don't give a fuck if it's a death penalty. It's like, bro, it doesn't matter if you have them be shot on sight. They're gonna get shot there anyways. They don't care. As long as they get the fuck away from that, they don't care. I'm not saying they're like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not condoning illegal immigration. You need to come here legally. Because it's unfair for you to try to jump the line and people that have been waiting here legally under the same fears and persecutions from their country, nonetheless. It is a very complex situation. And when you have people that live in a delusion of the real world, because they live in a bubble, albeit America's not perfect, we're nothing like anywhere else yet. We're getting there. But by that time, it won't be America anymore. It'll be another country. They've been there longer, doing that longer, and everything else. It's not something America's going to come in and butt their head in. Like, dictatorship's not something they've been doing for a very long time. What do I think about the current Labor Party? What kind of question is that? You're just asking me some random ass questions. What would help how about my situation? Money. I mean, albeit I'm praying to the Lord first. I've already got that checklisted off. I mean, that's what's going to help my situation more than anything. But outside of the obvious answer I'd give, I don't know. It's not really common these days. But I live in North Carolina. I appreciate that, Doodle. My problems are fine. And I'm slowly but surely getting them solved. I'm not worried about it. Damn, this cap does not want to snap off. I'm trying to pull the whole damn thing off. Damn it, I'm not trying to spill water everywhere. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, the really photogenic guy? Not temporary, but permanent? Well, Chevy, that's a difficult answer to answer because at the end of the day, I'd have to look for houses for sale, really for rent. I really want it for sale, so I'd have it, but if something breaks on it, I'd have to pay for it, so I'd rather have it like for rent. But it's 10 grand for my own property. And I'm like, I got a whole plan for that, but bro, you're a jackass for saying that. Only a jackass would tell somebody to go to Slab City, bro. If you didn't like that person, if I didn't like you, I'd tell you to go to Slab City. Like, I'm trying to own my own shit, Chevy, so that way no one can tell me what to fucking do. I don't even know who that is, Doodle. Along with the Labor Party, is that the union? Like, a union? Like, are these people that, like, get together and bitch about their wages? That's all I think of when I hear Labor Party. Because the only political parties I know of is the fucking Republicans, Democrats, and Independents. That's it. Who are all these other parties? Where are these coming from? Not selling a kidney. Nor am I donating my sperm. I'll be damned if I have a kid and I'm not raising it. I'll be damned. Over my dead body. I'll be damned the Lord's going to bless me with a child and I'm not going to raise it. Oh, okay. That makes more sense now. What are they, like blue, green, and red? They only have like a bunch of different colors over there? I think I was leaning more towards the yellow because it was like liberal and then it was like conservative there. My Cash App, it's my name, Matthew Golding, 093. Or you can go up to the top right corner, click those three dots, go to the description, scroll all the way down. Well, see, if you get it through like a lodal title, the government can't touch it. It kind of cuts chops their hands off right there, and they can't really touch it. And it's like ALLODIL, AL, I think, title. If you get that title, the government really can't touch your property. Because you can have it off in an inheritance. And other shit. There's like other stipulations you could have it off into. And like it really keeps them away from it. It's day 1048. I've been out here really longer than that, but I had a brief period where I did have a home. But I don't count those days. Because I had a brief period of a house there, so yeah, I had to restart the counter. Yeah, there's ways to like keep it out of their hands off of it. I mean, they're the ones selling it to China and Russia, and it cracks me up, bro. You know, they literally make NATO that is designed to not do business, not spread a. 55% of our GDP is currently being made in China. Like, you can't even sell a banana to Russia and China. That's why NATO was formed. And you technically can't even sell them a banana. But here they are with all this open trade with them. Like, dude, so much for NATO. I don't know if that was mentioned in Red Dawn, but if it is, there it is. It's right there if you need to point it out. Like, economically, they've already taken you over. I mean, China can saturate everyone's market. I mean, NATO is pleading to China to stop. China can just saturate everyone's market on top of this inflation. So y'all's price is going to be way the fuck up, and their price is going to be like $1. They're going to have a dollar store over there. Meanwhile, your current dollar store is $10 an item in your dollar store. But their dollar store is literally $1. They can flood your market like that. That's how bad it is. Never mind food. Yeah, your restaurant price is going up. They're over there selling like a fucking family meal for $12 for like $10. And it's not the, conspiracy or stereotype, oh, it's dog and cat. No, it's legitimate food. America's been, it's that, I don't know, like, the correct way. I'm going to have to think of a term for it. But it's the mentality where you drink to the bottom of the bottle every day and you think you have a good beat on things. That's where America's been at mentally for quite a while, geopolitically, from what I've seen. I mean, you're talking about a country that literally built 4 aircraft carriers in a year. Never mind, Purdue pumped out 3 new fighters, just a variation to the one they already had. And then are pumping out submarines, never mind drones. Then it's still working on AI and quantum computing, never mind trying to the center of the earth. Go farther than anyone's ever went, even Russia. I thankfully was able to catch that article where they were talking about actually doing that. They're legitimately trying to drill a hole further than Russia right now. They are making gigantic leaps in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Besides everything they were able to steal with TikTok there. Jeremiah, what are you talking about? I'm confused. Do you think I really need heated seats in my tank? And if the heated seats malfunction, my fucking main doesn't work anymore? Do you really think I need that dumb shit? Or if hypothetically you were to be put in a tank, do you think you really needed heated seats? Or your heated seats to cause your main turret to fucking malfunction? Quite possibly. I don't give a fuck if I'm up under a tarp. Yeah, I don't stop working either. I don't know where you're coming at from here. No, my body would just be fine. Bro, it's a tank, bro. It's like a mini house. What do you mean? Like, bro, I got space for a little blanket when someone's sleeping. He ain't gonna be cold. A damn pillow, too. We'll make it fit. It's a little mini pillow, like no bigger than this, bro. Just boop. Miss Leo over there crocheting something, boy. Yeah, we all like, where the fuck you get that? Like, hey, don't ask, man. The whole fucking philosophy there is improvise and adapt. I just don't see people improvising. I see people bitching. Oh, it sucks. Well, I was like, bro, make it better. It smells like sweat and teenagers in here. No, it don't smell like that at all. It smells like me and my funk more than anything in here. It smells like dirt more than anything. My favorite drug? God, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit, most sacred Bible. You funny. Making better in the factories. Yeah, I know, Leslie. That's the plan here. One day at a time. Yeah, I was talking about China earlier. And like how they're ever expanding everywhere, pumping out like everything, and we're over here going, okay, do we need B-21s? We got to fund B-21s, or we can't fund them, and we got to fund 6th Gen, or we can't fund 6th Gen because we need submarines. And we can't fund submarines because we need 6th Gen, and we can't fund 6th Gen because we need B-21 bombers. What do we do? Meanwhile, China's just over here, just hammering shit, bro. That's ridiculous. YNW. No, I mean God, Jesus Christ, most people sacred Bible. I am the. That's the wrong Asian, John. No, I don't play any instruments. B1 battle droid. Yeah, it's because somebody's messing with my technology. Like, bro, you don't need to send Ukraine Patriot missiles, bro. You send them these fucking Walmart tarps and, you know, give them this species of goddamn tree. Like, these trees, bro. Like, you'll be good to goddamn go, homie. You give them these trees, like, bro, it don't matter if they got the most advanced satellite up there. These trees are fucking military grade, perfect for jamming the satellite signal, dog. No, I'm not Jewish. Technically supposed to be, but... I like labeling it anyways. Ever tried rapping? No. I don't want to rap. I can rhyme and all that, I just don't rap. No, I'm in North Carolina. What? God, Jesus Christ, was from the sacred Bible, ain't cursing my life at all. The piss poor decisions of another human being have nothing to do with God at all. And whoever sent me a donation, I appreciate that. I got my do not disturb on. Oh shit, I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't want to say your name or anything on the stream, but whoever you are, thank you. I know I'm pretty sure I didn't block you. Where are they at? I think they were being like genuinely nice. Yeah, it was Chevy. I think. Yeah. Alright, make sure I didn't block them. Because some people will do that, though. They'll donate and they'll, like, just come in here and start being, like, incredibly obnoxious. And then, you know, they try to pull the I donated card. I've had that a couple times. But yeah, I appreciate it. I have do not disturb on, though, because typically when I screencast, I don't want text messages popping up while I'm streaming. Joshua, just because the grenade goes off and the fragmentation does not mean it's bleeding. You gotta realize, one, they can't show that content on YouTube, and then two, at the end of the day, yeah, there's a grenade that went off right here in front of me, right? Yeah, because I've seen some of that footage, and it looks fake because they don't look like they die or move, but they've died, and they're bleeding out, or they're bleeding out and they've died, and they're like in shock and shit. Because at the end of the day, when that grenade goes off, there's fragmentations going everywhere, and like, that can hit a major artery. And I'm bleeding and dead. It's just, it's going to take a minute to soak into my clothing and then soak through my kit and then bleed out through my kit or wherever there's an open space and like seep through and start dripping out. Because you got to remember, when there's a high explosive and everything and there's enough heat, it burns you. And like, it'll, like, you know, it's not going to be and you're like pink mist everywhere. You just went poof. And all your blood got evaporated too. Like, no, burnt, gone. Yeah. And then sometimes, so you see some people, it'll blow up near them and they fall over dead. That's just the shock wave stopping your heart. If you get enough G-force on your heart and on your chest, it'll stop your heart and you'll die. Or it can rattle your brain enough to pretty much knock you out and unconscious and stuff too. Because, yeah, some of those videos I've seen what you're talking about, yeah. But, no, they're dead. They died. You go as limp as a mouse there for a bit, but, like, your bowels go out and everything else because all your muscles give out when you're dead. And then eventually rigor mortis does set in and you're over there all, like that. Your jaw muscles relax, so you're all, it's your mouth, I guess. Whatever way it goes down and then locks in when rigor mortis sets in, that's how your jaw is, because all your muscles were loose, so your mouth's wide the fuck open. Because, if I was to fall over dead right now in the stream, I'd pretty much just go this way. Like that. And be dead. And I'd be stuck there like that. Just because I'm leaning forward and everything. Unfortunately, it's very real. The footage is. It's not fake. Sometimes I wish it was just a big joke that they were just like throwing out at the world. Oh, this is just AI generated. We were just fucking with you. Really, everything's fine. I wish it was that way, but... No, Joshua, Ukraine was doing a very good job, but that's all aid recently, and never mind like everything that's happened. It's basic research and development during war. Like, sure, like, we're giving Ukraine stuff, but Ukraine can't exactly take our technology, go to their warehouse, and update it the way it needs to be because there's copyrights, patents, and LLC on there. And if you edit it in any way, shape, or form, you run that legal risk. Albeit they might let it slide for a little bit in the war, but at the end of the war, you're dealing with that. And that's a problem you're going to have to answer for. And at the end of the day, the technology we're giving them is like, yeah, it's out of date, technically. And it's not like as up to date as ours is. Yeah, sure, they've been flying, some of these jets have been flying since the 70s, but the technology inside of them are like technology from 2025. The ones Ukraine are getting are just like F-16s plain from like the fucking 70s and 80s. Eventually, Russia is going to figure out all the signals and all that shit that that equipment operates off of and shut it down. And it's going to be hard for Ukraine to like really reverse engineer it and like get around that issue just because of the basic copyrights and all that and intellectual property holdings on things. And then it took them 6 months to get that, and there was already a year-long stall in aid at that point, and then they had to wait 6 months to get the fucking F-16s and Abrams. And then they went into a stupid offensive that they were underprepared for, just to try to show America that they were worth investing in and needed, to give the aid, because they were still trying to sway Trump into fucking getting the Republican Party to pass the aid. And it really all fell apart when the Jack Texera leak came in. Besides Trump over there stalling aid. Never mind John McIntyre. He defected to Russia as well, and he was fighting for the Ukrainian Legion there for a while, and was pretty much like a high-ranking officer in the Legion, and then defected to Russia. No, it's not inaccurate. You can go look it up. I'm speaking fact. Because because I looked it up, by Ukrainian constitutional law, we can't have foreign military bases on their base unless they change that. In their constitution, you can't have military bases in their country, on their sovereign territory at all. No foreign military installations are allowed there. And at the end of the day, the president is pretty much in power, if there's a state of emergency. And they have to have a fair election within a week after the state of emergency ends. No, you didn't. If you did, you would actually make a point rather than I already did. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. If I don't, I'll let you know. No, it's not G. Hicks, and never is. Never is. You know it ain't. You damn well know it ain't, because if they do something that makes it actually work, they're going to pull that card. Oh, that's my intellectual property. It's mine. It's life. No. They can do whatever they want to, but if it's something they like, they're going to take it from you. They don't, they can get around some of the fucking problems they need to get around, but because this recent anti-corruption thing there just cost them funding. And I already warned them that was going to happen. I tried to tell them, I was like, you might want to reverse that immediately, because it's going to have implicating effects that ripple to the fucking front lines of the battlefield. And it's not only are the other people worried where their money going is, the Ukrainians that are receiving this aid are wondering where their money is going. They don't want it going off to some billionaire in their country while they're over there in poverty. Trust me, they're just as concerned as we are where that money's going. Bro, again, I don't care. Look, does it look like I own it? Does it look like I have the copyright patent LLC on it? Bro, if I owned FX things, I don't think I'd be out here homeless. If I was like the designer and owner of the F-16, I don't think I'd be out here. Why's my lagging? Nah, it could be. Yeah, it's a small world. He probably killed somebody. And he damn well knew who was on that operation. It was a helicopter pilot that did it. It's a small world. There's a reason why I'm keeping my happy ass in America. And even then, you're not safe here. It's a small world, man. I try to tell people there's like 193 countries recognized by the United Nations. And if you're in a correct plane, you can fly to each one of these countries in 24 hours. It's a very small world. Lord willing, Hicks, everything's been getting better here. I appreciate you tuning in. You have a blessed rest of your day. I was about to say, like, I'm almost near 12,000 subscribers. I've only been streaming for about 6 months. I damn near got almost 50,000 return viewers again. And, I'm monetized on YouTube. So things are looking up for me. Bro, I'm not gonna rob somebody. Are you fucking stupid? No, Wesman. I'm doing the Jesus Nazareth way where I don't cut my hair or trim my beard. I appreciate that, Hicks. Thanks for the support. Well, it should. I got the natural oils and all and that on it. What kind of question is that? Who asked that? And then they ask again. I don't even know who that is, and you're getting banned. Like, what in the fuck? Joshua, it's really not, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, they are taking, like, territory every day. Ukraine every day has consistent territorial loss. And their recent Kursk invasion, from what I can see, has completely failed. And they've only got, like, a little chunk left above, like, Kharkiv a little bit. There's, like, 2 little areas outside there. That's all they have left. And whatever the fuck they sent there to take that back, they're going to keep pushing forward with that. Like, Ukraine fucked up trying to, invade in that area. Because it was kind of, like, loosely protected there. And now they've given them a reason to, like, reinforce that area. And, like, I would have never advised that. But, they just surprised everyone with that bullshit. The whole world ain't doomed. The world's fine. People on it are doomed. I'm from North Carolina, man. I about to say the earth ain't going anywhere. That would take a very cataclysmic event by the Lord. Don't worry about it, Hicks. I banned him. They're being a troll. And in the sense, I think they were being a troll. I think they were even being sarcastic. That one almost felt sarcastic. Like, they didn't even legitimately mean what they said. They were just being a smartass because they were, like, probably repeating what someone else said about me. They tuned in. They're like, yeah, this guy's really not tweaking out. What? I don't know, however hot it is in North Carolina. That's how hot it is. I don't know an accurate answer. I'd have to look it up and it'll lag the stream. Nope. Try helping society? Yeah, that's hilarious. I banned him, don't worry about it. My name is Matt Foley, and I'm a motivational speaker. And I live in a van down by the river. I'm gonna be eating a steady diet of government cheese. Writing? I've been heard you've been rolling doobies. Where am I from? North Carolina. Shut your yapper! There's no way you ain't seen that yet. Cyrus or Cyrus. Yes, Joshua, it'd be the exact same way in America. Quite literally. If you think the United States of America can give everybody in the United States of America military, including those who they are drafting in and getting sent onto the front lines, you're hilariously in for a funny treat. Bro, the military ain't kidding, especially when the own veterans of the military are telling you you're gonna get hand-me-downs. Trust me, they don't have the amount of equipment to supply everybody. I was never in the military. I don't know who assumed I was. And even if I was in the military, I would never tell people. That'd be between me and the government. Because me talking about my military service is going to do no one any good. It's not going to do me any good. Not going to do you any good. Like, no. I don't care if it was, yesterday or 50 years ago. It's still not going to do anyone any good. My favorite bullet is a 7.62. That's my favorite round. I've been shooting 7.62 since I was a kid. And it typically goes through most body armor. So, that's why I fuck with it. Albeit, you know, it's more than likely going to be a bunch of fucking morons coming through the door that don't have body armor. I was always prepared for somebody else a little bit more sophisticated to come through that door. Cyrus, yes. Trust in God, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit from my sacred Bible. That's the best advice I can give you. There's nothing I or anyone else can do for you that they can't do and more. So, what do I eat? I'm a plant. I photosynthesize off the sunshine. I don't need food. It charges my AI synthetic body, which then therefore charges my cell phone. Because I'm using a beta cell phone that's coming out in 2035 that charges off the electromagnetic activity in your body. I couldn't get all the way through the whole rant. I eat food at a restaurant, though, to give you a serious answer. I was trying to keep going with the joke. Jesus, I don't do drugs, bro. Well, I needed to brush it. To prove a point, too. Because the whole military, you got to cut your hair and beard shit cracks me off. Cracks me up. Oh, you need it for your filtration device. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my filtration device is really going to be fucked up, bro. When it's like above my head, too, and everything else covering up here as well. Yeah, man, my beard and long hair are really going to get in the way. Like, what the fuck? Are you stupid? Just go ahead and put that on me real quick and picture me yelling at you right now. There you go. And damn it, this thing popped out. I hate when it does that. No, the fuck it doesn't. And that's being nice with my beard being out like that. I mean, I could get this all in a, like, ponytail right there. Like, I'll make that shit work. It's just excuses. Because America hates God. That's all I know. You hate the Lord. Just admit it. Please, it would do me a big favor. I unfortunately have to go to restaurants. I can't have a fire within city limits, so I can't use a gas stove. And then I'd have to carry the gas stove around and all the cooking utensils, so it'd just be extra needless weight. Albeit I could clean it and it would be sterile and all that, but like, you know, I'd have to carry it around. I know, like, bro, you can't have hair, you can't have a beard. You know, you even talk about the Lord, you're hated. You try to take off like on some like your Sabbath. I prefer my Sabbath to be on Sunday. How I feel on the Sabbath is, I feel like the Lord would appreciate any day you choose that you can have off and you choose to be with the Lord. That be your Sabbath, personally. Albeit it's supposed to be the seventh day. But if your work doesn't respect your religious beliefs, that's fucked up. So, the only work you can do on the Sabbath is good. Only good, utter good. That's it. Other than that, you're supposed to chill around and do jack shit. And if you do have to work, you ain't like, if someone does have to work, if you ain't supposed to be a difficult person for them. You know, there shouldn't be a line out the door on Sunday. Muslim? I got a weird view on Muslims, but I trust in the Lord. Money doesn't necessarily talk. I mean, evil rewards evil. I don't know where you think you like are gonna have a point there. I mean, like, you know, being rich, the wealthy, people need to understand a camel has a better chance of walking through the eye of a needle than a rich man has of inheriting the kingdom of heaven. Want to live with you? Are you a chick over 18 years old? And you STD free? And single? Exactly, Bambino. It's just materialistic items. I got Muslim hijab. No, I'm good. I don't need to be labeled a terrorist and have like ICE coming. Like, I think I'm the enemy of the state now. Nah, Greasy, I'm good. I appreciate it though. At no point I'm not trying to say you're not a nice person, but you know, they're definitely going to try to frame it that way. So I'll save us both the trouble. Just Muslim women. I don't feel like me and Muslim women would get along. I don't know. I don't think it'd work out too well, personally. I like crazy, though. That's unfortunate. I fucking love that shit. Oh shit, I got shampoo leaking out in my bag. Oh, it's gonna smell good in here. Where's it at? I do not know where it is rolled off to. There. This little mini bag can come out. Sorry I'm ignoring the chat, everybody. Lord. Yeah, that's not helping my... That's just proving my point. We have an argument. Good God. They think we're going to bomb the trade centers again. Is having a domestic dispute. I didn't take out the trash. Fucking SEAL Team 6 and me busting in through the door. Get on the ground! All right, well, there's a wall that comes down here that I can stretch out where those rocks are. That holds it down, and then I can roll it in that log if I need be, and then use the rocks to anchor it down as well. Am I doing this by choice? No, this was a series of unfortunate events, Justin. And as I just said, Yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting out of this situation, though, Lord willing, so I'm not too worried about it. No, I got arrested. A way station had been closed for about 8 months, and I made a Facebook post about it being closed. It opened up the next day, and then like I was driving down the road, my car's got a little bit, like the wheels got a little bit wobbly, and I pulled over, and ironically, there was also a state trooper there, and I was yelling at him to get his ass back to the way station. And then, like, 3 days go by, and then, like, I was going to pick up my mom, who was getting discharged from the hospital. And I saw another state trooper have somebody pulled over in the middle of the highway. This is like a different type of highway. It ain't like your interstate. This is like one of your other highways that cut across the states. And I just rolled my window down. I was going the speed limit, standing between lines and everything. I just rolled my window down, and I was like, fucking faggot! And I see him run to his car. He pulls me over, and they arrest me. They arrest me for what I did, like, the 3 days prior, when I was, like, yelling at that guy to get his ass to the way station. And I was in jail for 34 days, and then, the rest is history. I've been out here for the last 1,048 days. Got out September 15th, went in August 12th. And it's going to be hard for you to find the case, because you're going to have to actually pay for it and look me up, because they disposed of the case. So it's like hidden. You have to go out of your way to like pull it into like public view. Yeah, I know. Violation of my 4th. I'm not choosing this lifestyle. Again, I'm homeless because of a series of unfortunate events, because people are being lazy and don't want to do their jobs and be lazy little sloths. My dad's a manual laborer over, homeboy. You don't get it. My manual labor is going to be at the gym. That's about it. And everything else I do. But, me digging ditches, those days are long gone. Those are history. I remember those days. Those days sucked. I've done a lot of hard work. Those weren't fun. Hopefully by the end of the year, I should have enough money saved up to hopefully get my own property or own place by then, for sure. Because I'm monetized on YouTube. I almost got 12,000 subscribers. I'm ever growing, Lord willing. And I just started streaming 6 months ago, and I nearly got 50,000 return viewers again. So things are looking up for me. By the end of the year, it's more my homelessness is turning more into a choice now. It was a series of unfortunate events, but now, as time goes on, and these months go on ahead from now, yes, it will be a choice. If I am poor with my finances, for sure. Albeit I don't make a lot through ad revenue, but like the donations I do get through here, if that anyway stays in any way, shape, or form similar to the months, me being out of homelessness will definitely happen. Especially as my channel keeps growing and all that increases as well. The ad revenue and everything else. Because eventually, I'll get into copyrights and patents and all that and start selling merch. Yeah, you do. Manual labor is the worst form of that, actually. You have another person sitting around, driving around in an air-conditioned vehicle and sitting around in an air-conditioned building all day while you're outside in the heat, digging in the dirt, working for their company. I mean, they had to do that themselves because that's how they built the company, unless they had money outright. And then, even then, you're still working for somebody. I'm well aware of this, Leslie. I'm not going to deny that fact. You just need to keep it that way. Trust me, I know I speak in generalities. I know I say y'all a lot. And I don't need anybody to think I'm innocent. Jesus. I'm fucked up 9 ways to Sunday. No, Justin, God did not put me in this position at all. God got me through this position. Because again, God's not in control of someone else's piss poor decision making with their free will. God's only in control of so much. But I mean, I'm not saying he won't directly intervene, but like, more or less, you got free will. It's just the piss poor decisions of other people. And you always got to be humble and have self accountability as well. I don't smoke a lot of marijuana. This is a cigarette, man. Cigarettes don't have a filter. I mean, weed joints don't have a filter. Yeah, there's still a lot. It's just me and my family situation is really complicated because of the cyberstalker situation and everything. We had like really hard falling out. They just didn't intellectually understand it, and it was pissing me off. And I'd just be handling it the wrong way with like my anger, and they would just get tired of it, and then, one thing led to another. I ended up been getting like sent to the mental ward there for a little bit, involuntarily committed because of my anger, because of the cyberstalker situation. The doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They couldn't label me anything. They just said I had a psychosis. They don't know which one. So I pretty much suffered malpractice right there, out right at the gate. No, it's not really an ignorant straw man. I mean, it's true. You either follow the teachings of Jesus or you stray the other way and walk off the path. Unknowingly or knowingly, depending on where you're at spiritually and how far you've read the Bible from, unless you've read it from cover to cover. There's some people that ain't even read it yet. So, like, you kind of don't even know any better. So if someone, like, just started their journey with the Lord, like, I would advise you to read the Bible. And albeit there's going to be things in there that, the Lord degrades you and reminds you you're just ash and dust. You're nothing. There's definitely a pecking order established, but they also remind you that they're there to be your servant. As much as you're there to be their servant, they're there to wait on you hand and foot. Oh, I got you. I mean, it really can't, though, can it? If I have the free will to do anything, and I can't be pure righteousness? It's what makes us leading to falling short of God anyways. It's because of our iniquity and sin. Or sin. 1,048 days ago. These are all substances, crystals. Who messes with crystals? This is my rock. I was so dumb. Like, the cancer culture and bullshit's not gonna end the way you want it to. Like, bro, you're just digging a hole deeper for yourself. I'm not sure if they're referring to the rocks or like a drug. Who said what? I'm not gonna work for you. Fuck that shit. Well, people forget Satan was Lucifer's an angel. And he doesn't like humans because of their sin. We're a waste of time. We're not righteous. We're not perfect like him and God and everyone else. He don't like us because of that. I'm doing the Jesus Nazareth way where I don't cut my hair or trim my beard. Oh no, I don't have hair loss. I just have my hair back in a ponytail. All back here. That big old man's all back there in that little ass ponytail. I mean, we talk about the Bible in here. We talk about anything A through Z. You know, as long as it's within YouTube community guidelines, of course. But, you know, we talk about anything. Just right now we're talking about religion. No, we're not fallen angels. No, we're not fallen angels, bro. We're just human. You're ash and dirt. You ain't shit. Chew it, swallow it, get over it. We all did that truly believe in the Lord. Chew it, swallow it, get over it. Enjoy what you have here. Be happy with this, okay? Because whatever you get next, you probably ain't gonna be this. I occasionally, although my family situation is complicated, I do once in a blue moon be able to get the shower with someone's house. You know, it may take all year. The longest I've been without a shower out here is a year. Albeit, like, I shower in the rain. But the longest I've been without a shower is a year before. But I shower in the rain and wash my clothes. You know, you kind of just like you would wash them in jail. You know, you just get naked, let your clothes get wet. Have a dry pair to get into, obviously. But wash it, like, you know, soap it, wring it, let it dry, put it back on. Get naked out in the woods and go shower. As long as the rain's hard enough and it's going to rain long enough. You don't want to get all sudsy and then the rain stops. But that's kind of how I stay clean and, like, keep smelling good. Besides, I smoke a lot of cigarettes, so I smell like tobacco and smoke smell, like, covers up a lot of stank. As well, it helps. A soul, it's your life essence, Justin. If you didn't have a soul, you'd be dead. That's like when you die, your soul went to heaven. It's your consciousness. You know how when you go to sleep and you don't dream, and you wake up the next morning, and it's just a void? That's what hell is. That's that lake of fire, and that's what happens. You get cast into there. It's a cease of consciousness. And your soul is your life essence. Because that's the issue that comes into Revelations and the third beast, and the beast on earth. That made everyone get the mark on their hand and everything, and breathe life into idols. Especially when you get into the Passover and the mark of the beast. He's there, but This is Jesus' revelation, meaning it's a prophecy and it's going to happen. Meaning something's going to come on this earth that can bring, like, pretty much perform the acts of Jesus. Because it's the one beast that heals the head that gets wounded by Archangel Michael when it's cast out of heaven, before it's cast out. Because you got that one, you got that main beast, you got the one from the sea, and you got the one of the earth. Yeah, we're all sinners. It's our inherent birthright. We're born in sin. There's nothing you can do. Even if you're perfect your whole life, you failed right there because you're born in sin. You can't win. The only way you can win is through Jesus. That's it. No, we're talking about the Bible, man, and the Lord. Jesus, in the extension form of being God's son, is God. Just because he's the son. But he's the son of God, and are you not the son of your father type thing? And do you not have like the same characteristical traits as your father? And everything else. So Jesus, because God is the Father. Jesus is the Son. And the Holy Spirit's the witness. The Holy Spirit was over there when you were doing something you weren't supposed to and your body was telling you not to do it, you shouldn't do this. That was the Holy Spirit talking to you the entire time. It's just some people choose not to listen to it and keep doing their bad behavior and ignore that. Father to everyone. Jesus, humans. Father to everything. Creator of all. Not much, Jacob. What's up with you, man? Yep, Bambino, that's what I'm getting at. Because that's why I make the statement for people to try to understand that a little better is, are you not your father's son? Are you not like your father? And albeit somebody's father may have been like an abusive asshole or something, and I'm sorry for that. But like in the good instances, without getting into unfortunate realities for people, are you not your father's son? So, for people to better understand. Technically, love holder. Yes. The Lord's technically your father. Albeit, you have your, what would be in this case, your stepfather. Although they are legitimately blood related to you, your original father is God. And all your fathers before then's original father's God. Like generationally speaking. Well, Francis, at a certain point, ignorance is bliss because you got to be careful with being covetous because covetous is very dangerous. It's the active pursuit of like divination, and then trying to understand like God's judgment and understanding and authority and all that, and it's very dangerous. We are not fallen angels. Stop pushing that. Jesus Christ, that's annoying. No, learn English. I say God, comma, damn it. So, albeit if God was standing beside me, God's just going to hear his name and be like, what? And then he's going to look at me and he's going to hear me go, damn it. I'm not damning God. Albeit I shouldn't say it. It sounds bad. But that's how I say it, and I've always meant it. I never in my heart have I ever said that and like condemned the Lord and meant it. And in condemnation of the Lord. Anytime I've ever said GD, it is just God hearing his name and watching me about to say damn it every time. And I shouldn't even be saying damn it. I'm pretty sure of all words I'm pretty sure damn it. Better words can be chosen. Bambino, don't even waste your time. I banned them. I'm not dealing with that anymore. They're over there purposely distorting what's in the Bible. I don't care what the book of Enoch says. Like, no. And if it's talking about fallen angels, yeah, that was probably back in a time with Sodom and Gomorrah and everything, and they got wiped the fuck out of this existence. Because it pissed God the fuck off. Outside of humans doing what they were doing. Why? They are pure righteousness. We are sin. We cannot intermix. Because you will taint the righteousness. And then you've just made sin more powerful and more trouble for humanity. I just read the Holy Bible. I don't go getting lost off in like all these transcripts and everything else. I want to go read the original one, or the closest to the original one I can, and that's in the Vatican. That's the one I want to read. I don't care what it says, I want to read it. I'm not one of those people, if it's like, oh, you should stone this one, stone that one, I'm going out and going to kill a bunch of people today. Because again, at the end of the day, it's the whole, like the woman that was about to get stoned to death. Yeah, you who's free of sin, cast the first stone. So I look at all those like events happening to people like that, and like the judgment calls on people. Which one? Oh, you're talking about different translations. I want to read the original one. I've read the New King James Version from cover to cover. I can't join the army. The only way I can join the army is if the government proves me right about being cyberstalked. Because other than that, I have a psychosis. that they couldn't label me with. Because I fucking aced my fucking communications test with flying colors. I don't like the New Testament. I like the Old Testament. I prefer the Old Testament. Albeit there's some dark moments in there and there's some dark situations, but like it explains for you how to handle it when you encounter it. So the Jewish one? No, you're talking about the Torah. The Torah is the Jewish version. Or Hebrew, excuse me. I don't want to say Jewish. Old Testament's like Christian, like more Christian. Because Catholicism was more believing in Mary being important, not Jesus. Would I wash Jesus' feet? Hell yeah, I'd wash Jesus' feet. I'm not too sure. I'm not too well educated on the Torah and all the books on it, so I don't want to lead you in the wrong direction on that one. All I know is it's a big book and it's pretty much like the Bible. It's, they're like the accounts of Jesus and everything and all that. It's kind of like the Mormons taking their perspective on Jesus. But this time they want all wise. Well, Jesus supposes running around in the North America area. It's like some of the bullshit they've said to me. I've heard. It's just like, bro, what in the fuck? I'm pretty sure he was over there. I mean, mind you, they were on Pangea, I'm sure. But I'm pretty sure they were in Israel. A lot of people don't think about that at all. That island got ripped apart, scientifically, I really feel it was like Pangea. So a lot of people looking for Atlantis and all this other shit, really haven't considered this yet. On the geolocations of it actually moving and everything. Because supposedly the closest place you can be to God is where the sun is all day, and where the sun's up all day is where it's fucking freezing ass cold, and that's another form of God's wrath. So I feel whatever the fuck's in Antarctica is really important. Scientifically important. And it starts to explain why, no, you can't even breathe in Antarctica wrong. Oh, I got smoke in my eye. Okay, well, yeah. Okay, but it is the Jewish version. As long as I'm... Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm reading. Look, I got you. I'll show you right here if you don't believe me. I mean, even though I've read it on fucking stream. Mind the condition of it. It's been with me for 3 years. Oh, no. See? I got it. I'm about to put it in a protective case or something because I do not want these pages to rip out. I'm going to get mad if they do. Actually, I'm going to get real mad. This page is ripped up here. Because the angels can deliver the message like they were doing before to Sarah and everyone else. I mean, it is pretty waterproof. It's been through hurricanes out here, and I don't really see any stains on the page. This thing's been through so much with me, man. Well, some of the waterways can be caused by tectonic plates, though. Ripping apart and causing the ravine. Because, you know, gravity usually takes effect on water. I get the point they're making, but you're not wrong either. Erosion also does affect the waterways. You're both not wrong. You're just you pretty much need to come together, and then you'll both be right. Oh, it sounds so, like, ironically cliche relative to my life. Question is, I don't know what the fuck I want to eat. What time is it? Oh, it's after 5 o'clock, too. Or it's 5, well, about to be 5. Well, I appreciate that, user Mac. Well, I'll think about getting that next month with that. I appreciate it. Where do I poop? 24/7 bathrooms, usually. If I have to shit in the woods, like, I ain't making it to a bathroom, but I'm not shitting my pants. Like, I'm not in the front lines of a battlefield. I'm a grown-ass man. And the day I shit my pants in the front lines of the battlefield, you better pray to God there's not a ceasefire, because somebody's getting shot that day. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm having to shit on myself. It's the most dehumanizing, like, humiliating thing ever. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. You're usually good sticking somewhere where there's like a 24/7, like your Waffle House, Sheets, your gas stations, and stuff like that. If you stick around there near somewhere and you got to take a shit and you're homeless, you can kind of shit in there. If not, you know, go in the woods, but you better have toilet paper. Because if it's winter, you ain't got many leaves, and you don't want to use those dried, crunchy up leaves. You're going to have leaves up in your ass for days, and it's going to be itchy and painful. Better off just dealing with acid ass and getting some pine needles. I got a PayPal. It's in the description of the video if you click in the top right corner. I mean, theoretically, if all 11,000 subscribers of mine watched one advertisement on my older content, I would technically get $220. And if they kept watching ads like that, I would get $220 every time. I could easily get about $1,000 in less than 3 minutes if all 11,000 subscribers would go watch an ad. Theoretically, I could make $1 billion by the end of 24 hours, but yeah, exactly. But see, Cricket Man, exactly. People got premium, people skip them, all that. So, like, I mainly get money through donations. Well, I appreciate that. You ain't gonna get ads during the live, so you only get ads when you watch my older content, like the stream from yesterday, the stream day before that, you know, my game streams, you know, the ads that pop up on those videos, yeah, I get paid for those. You won't see any ads on here. Now, if I was on Twitch or something, I could sit there and play an ad and then get money from all y'all watching it, but I'm not on Twitch. Yep. I'm not sure, Cricket Man. It's more stuff I got to look into a little bit more. Because if you don't watch, like, if it's less than 30 seconds, the ad is, you got to watch that all the way through. If you don't, I don't get paid for it. And if it's 30 seconds long, you got to watch it all the way through 30 seconds. You can't skip it. And then if it's longer than 30 seconds, you know, it's like one of them bullshit like 30-minute long ads. All you got to do is watch 30 seconds and then you can hit skip. But you're probably waiting off about 31 seconds to make sure you ensure you got 30 seconds and then hit skip. What, what do you mean, religious-wise? I don't read any other religions. You ain't supposed to read other religions to seek God. At all. God's a jealous God. You don't look at other religions to find God further. And thankfully, I kept reading the Bible all the way to cover because I was planning on doing that. See, like, at the time when I was reading it beforehand, but I finally got all the way through it, and I was like, okay, good thing I didn't do that. Just regular books. Hidden Among Us was good. It was a book based on like a dystopia America, like in the future, where like we were overpopulated. We were pretty much like China, where we had like a population limit. So if you had 3 kids, you had to kill the 3rd kid. But like these families would hide the kids, and these kids would be on the internet like talking to each other about how they're the third, like, you know, the one that's supposed to be exterminated and stuff. And they go through that perspective of this kid's life from childhood to birth and everything, and like infiltrating the system and all that. It's actually a really good book. And I got to like one part of it where I couldn't read the last book to it because it ain't come out yet. At that time when I was reading that, I was reading that back in middle school. That was a pretty good one. White Fang was pretty good. A Series of Unfortunate Events was pretty good. Everyone was big Harry Potter. I was big into those. I read those all the way through the series. So I want to say the 4th one was the hospital one. That one freaked me out the most. Especially when they started talking about that surgery room they're in and all the fucking tools and everything. Like, oh, hell no, bro. I didn't really read much Goosebumps, but there was many Goosebumps books I could have read if I wanted to. Albeit it's a comic, but I forgot the exact name to it, but it's Calvin and the Tiger. I love those books, bro. I would read the fuck out of those. But I like fictional stuff and non-fictional. Like, you know, if I was recently at the library, like, I wouldn't say recently, but I was brushing up on, like, Korean history, Chinese history, American history, like the Native American stuff in the original, like, tribe areas they did have mapped out before we came in and all that. There's a lot of good books out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just depends on what you want. Like, you know, it's all in the eye of the beholder and what you want to know and learn. Lord of the Flies. Yeah, if people ain't careful, you're gonna have that situation. Imagine being a kid growing up in today's time, homie. Bro, you got Diddy and Trump after your cheeks, bro. You got the whole government after your cheeks. Like, goddamn, you don't even know if SEAL Team 6 wants them cheeks or not. You gonna have the Lord of the Flies like Children of the Corn. My goddamn parents can't even protect us. We gotta protect ourselves. There's a lot of dangerous shit going down these days, and people don't see the consequences to their actions at all. I mean, damn. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I was a kid, I'd be freaking out, man. And when I was a boy, it'd be like, oh, if Jennifer Aniston was gonna rape me, yeah, sure. I don't want to get these cheeks clapped. Yeah. Like, bro, I can put the shoe on the other foot. And even then, that's still bad. Like, that's not any better. What? Francis, you need to speak better English. There was like many typos on that. I'm lost. Me? No, I got parents. And I got siblings. What do I know about Islam? Long story short, like I read a little bit into it just to see what it was all about because everyone was all big on that, them being like convert or die shit. It does say that in there, but in the beginning, like the first 10 pages of the fucking Quran, if you read it, it talks about how you ain't supposed to judge somebody because they'll be judged by Allah, which just means God. It's just Arabic for God in their language, but they'll be judged for their good deeds, they've earned with their crowns. Like, their crowns of good deeds, they'll be judged for this. And you ain't supposed to, like, judge anybody or, like, bother anyone type thing. All that's supposed to be then. That's about all I know about Islam. Other than the fact Jesus is mentioned in there about, I think, 93 times with Mother Mary, or I think it's 73 times. The Virgin Mary is mentioned in the Quran as well. It's about as far as I know. Have I ever done DMT? No, I've not done DMT. I don't mess with psychedelics, man. I'm in North Carolina. I don't know what you said. You's getting banned. I don't really care for Islam, though. I trust in God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit from the sacred Bible. Ain't failed me yet. I'm well aware of this, Christopher. Or Christopher. Ruiz. Yeah, that's stupid. Shauna. Oh, okay, Cricket. That's cool. It's good to know. Daniela, you didn't even ask me a question. No, well, they believe Jesus is God. Outright. And it's just one. They don't believe in the whole Holy Trinity. They just believe Jesus is like God. Yeah, like 73 times. Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. User Mac. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got my do not disturb on because I do screencasts and stream video games on my phone. So, like, I don't want text messages coming through. Yeah, Leslie, you're supposed to avoid those type of churches. It makes people uncomfortable, and it like makes them sway from their path with Christ, and like that's why the Lord doesn't like people who try to speak tongues and, you know, perform all them works. That's well covered in the Bible. The pedophile prophet. Oh my God, hindsight. You just came out and wanted to invoke a war. Motherfucker said, let's start the Crusades again. Oh, no, you're fine, User Mac. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I was referring to the book. There, Joshua. And Beelzebub's just another name for Satan, by the way. Joshua. If you didn't know. Now you do. Yeah, DJ, it's not even raining. Bambino, I don't know who you're talking to. I don't give a fuck about Islam. Is this true, User Mac? This is very true. Very bad things happen when people aren't looking out for each other. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Yeah, I'm the real Mr. Golding. Why, what? Somebody posing as me been talking shit to you or something? What in the fuck are y'all arguing about over there? I am so confused. Let me scroll down to the beginning of the chat. Well, it's because the topic of the conversation is stuck on the Bible right now, Francis, and I'm not one to be afraid of talking about the Lord. I know, Bambino. Trust me, I've had many Muslims come in here and we've had discussions about like religion and Jesus Christ and everything. Yeah, no, trust me. They believe Jesus is God. They don't believe Jesus like there's God, you know, Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. They just believe Jesus Christ is God. Oh, yeah. They're always probably reporting me. I doubt you're a YouTube administrator, but no, I got reported the other day. Literally, they demonetized my video for somehow it not being made. Like, I make my videos not made for kids, and I specifically click on it and make it for 18 years and older and everything. But somehow my video got flagged for not being over 18. And then like the time frame they claimed was me being like inappropriate. I was literally laying down and sleeping. And the whole stream, all I did was block everyone and like vaguely talk. And I streamed for like over an hour doing that. Because religion's great. Don't like it, leave. No, Francis, you're not wrong. It's typically a conversation you should avoid, for sure. It's a very sensitive subject for people. I agree. But hey, they're on it and they're having a discussion, and outside of like a little, like, I guess you could say confrontation or debate, excuse me. Everyone else is having like couch conversation about it. Well, no, it's just a bunch of people that are literally coming into my stream and filing reports on the video. They're not even like legitimately reporting anything. They're just filing reports. And the YouTube administration team keeps coming here and like, they're like, well, he's not really doing anything. They're just talking about religion. Like, what? We've been here for like a while now, and like, what? No, it's a glitch in it's glitching the algorithm out, because if you have a bunch of people make a bunch of fake accounts and they keep reporting the account, YouTube's gonna look into it and like base flag you off of something. Quite possibly if you overload it enough. Yep. If you try to like on my end or like content creators end, when you're trying to explain it, if you ain't careful and click the wrong shit, you'll submit your report and you your appeal, and you can't even put your side of the story in, and you submit your appeal and it's just a blank thing. If you personally email them through the email they sent you that through, they do get it. I don't think they do. Yeah, I know, it's not wrong at all to have a discussion. I need to get up and get moving and get charging my phone. I don't know why it acts so weird, bro. Because, like, I'll charge my phone up full at night, and then when I walk back to my shelter, bro, it drops like 30%. And I damn well know having the flashlight on is not draining it that bad. Because I don't have it on for long. It's just to make sure I ain't laying down on anything I ain't supposed to. Cricket, depending on what it is, yeah, they care about it. Trust me, I've reported a lot of shit, and I've got a lot of shit taken down. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be seeing them emails pop back in. Thank you for your report. No, they do. best country that does music, probably gonna have to be America, man. That's just like that's just a biased opinion, you know what I mean? Like I really haven't like traveled the world. I guarantee if I went overseas somewhere and traveled, I guarantee I'd come back and have some new shit for my playlist. That's for damn sure. I mean, I try to get caught on the weird side of YouTube, so to speak, with music and find shit like that, but it's rare. Slaps hard. Bruh. America's better. America's better. Where would I like to go? Probably somewhere over in the UK, to be honest with you. If I did go anywhere. Just due to like family lineage. Plus, I really want to like walk on the road like my dad like grew up on. I know the exact road. I got it burned into my head. I remember seeing the picture and everything because I'd have conversations with my granddad. I'd loosely push on it, but I always asked about like other people in the family and stuff like that. He's pretty quiet about it. But I'd ask him a little bit more of these questions just because I knew he was more getting to the end of his time. So that way I have a mental note of like who's still around. If I could have any instant career, what would it be? Instantly have any career, what would it be? Man, that's a hard question, bro. I'd like to be president, man. I really would. Albeit I'm a streamer right now, but I'd really like to be president. Because then I can release the Jeffrey Epstein files in a heartbeat. Slap harder than the Beatles. Who likes the Beatles, bro? I listen to Beatles songs. I'm not a big Beatle fan. Albeit I'm speaking sacrilege to the musician community right now. If anyone's in here, you're like, what the fuck did you say? Yeah, they got that, bro. It's blasphemy. Yeah, man. I've kind of wanted to be president for a while. I've had that like one as a kid. It always seemed fun, man. You can control the military and everything that goes boom too. Like, bro. Besides this whole like, I'm getting popcorn. Almost. If I could legitimately have run for the election, like, somehow, before I'm 35, yeah, it'd be 2028. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be Matthew 2032. I can't. By the time I turn 35, it'll be like a month before the election. Literally. Like, and y'all are literally voting on the president. Like, by the time I turn 35, I could not, like, jump in late. Like, I'm right there before y'all, like, are actually casting votes. And it gets counted off, and, like, you people are elected. So it'd have to be 2032. I gotta run for vice president. I think I don't have to be 35. I think I gotta be over 30 for that one. Might be thinking of the Senate for that, though. Oh, it is user rig. The only one who regulates Congress is itself, and I've been pushing forever for Congress to allow voters to regulate their own state. Meaning, if Congress does not impeach these representatives and 2/3 of this state and only the residents of this state, 2/3 of it, veto, like, want them impeached, and it's 2/3 of the votes of that community, like, out they go. Because Congress wouldn't do their fucking job. Because the only one who regulates Congress right now is itself. And we know how that goes. We're the FBI, and we investigated ourselves, and we found no wrongdoing. How many reports have we seen come out on the news of them doing that? And then with, like, basic gerrymandering and everything else, you can't really, like, rig the area either. And it would literally take 2/3 of the voters. Because whatever they're doing with these Jeffrey Epstein files, no, like, their Republican viewership is tanking hard. Like, there are people leaving in hordes out the door. And the longer it takes, the quicker they're leaving. You want to isolate your entire voter base on a premise that they were elected you to do? Like, you ain't going to be in office much longer. They will impeach you and get somebody in office that will release that list. Yeah, they did. They lost all the public faith. You know, this ain't some random jackass you see on the side of the road pulling this shit or something. You know what I mean? These are, like, people in power that are pretty much doing this to you, and I'm better than you, and I'm not responsible for my actions, and I can do anything. Like, that's pretty much what they're doing. I'm going to go play golf now, over in another country, and raise the prices worse than they already are with China. We're just going to go to another country. 15% base tariff on everything. Yeah, ingenious, smart. Nope. That's going to be terrible. What was the old rate at? 0? Or maybe like 5-10%? Oh, it went up more. Great. That's going to hurt me. Can't even get a breathing room market, bro. Just come in and you're getting garroted in this market, bro. Trying to come in and find one where you can breathe. Nope, here are the tariffs here. Like, just getting choked out, man. I swear he's an enemy of the state, bro. It's on purpose. He is a Russian asset. There is no if and or but about it. Yeah, I know. They try to brush it off like that, though, Francis. Well, it's just being one side. No, both sides are implicated, along with people in Hollywood. A lot of people that have revered and renowned or respected for years, and have given money to. And we're like, you know, they're going to realize that funding was used to traffic little kids. There is going to be public outrage. And it's only getting worse the longer you take. And I don't want to say you, because I don't want to say one of my viewers in this stream, unless you're the president, over here on a secret proxy account. you don't really have control over releasing those files. Nor do I, and nor would I suggest you, even if you did have the capabilities, I don't think you have the capabilities to hack and release them anyways. It's because the amount of legal trouble you're going to get into, irregardless, you did the right thing. People will see that, but, nonetheless, you broke the law. And irregardless, that evidence obtained would then be illegally obtained in the court of law. For you personally trying to pursue that. Law is a complicated thing, man. And in reality, personally, I've kind of thought about it a little bit, but we need to get that list. I can't even realistically think about any other way of America functioning without that list. It's pretty much we're on the end time here of America. The rest of the world's going to be fine, but it's we're at the end of the Roman Empire time, so to speak. We've forgotten who we are and everything, and we've went completely delusional and de-evolved. I mean, they forgot what gender they were. Historically speaking, we have exhibited all the signs of a failing nation. And then them, refusing to release the Jeffrey Epstein files, which would benefit not only the United States of America, the world. We, as a country, are a failing nation and collapsing the fuck apart. It's done and over. So, just enjoy the shit you have while you have, because, it's not going to be fun. A lot of people are going to be looking at this place like free real estate. Like that meme burned into your head. Since y'all got memes burned into your head. It's going to be like the free real estate one. That's how everyone's going to be looking in America. It's free real estate. When that shit does all pop off, at least I'm out in the woods. God forbid it doesn't, but if it does, I'm in the woods. What are the clouds looking like? I think we'll be fine. So. Alright. Oh, sorry, everybody. I'm putting my backpack on and stuff. I know, Bambino. I know. It's upsetting. Yeah. I mean, it's a living tree just been over-tied to another living tree. Living trees are pretty sturdy. I mean, they're out here in fucking Category 5 hurricanes and tornadoes and shit. And they just stay right there just fine. Some fall over. The other ones are like, fuck you. That's a warm sun today. Source. What? Oh. Here in America, the average income for the 55% of our labor force makes anywhere from $7.25 to $15 an hour. And that's just depending on their state and cost of living. And that's only anywhere from $15,000 to $32,000, and that's before you take taxes out. After you take taxes out, you're talking about maybe like $13,000, $14,000, maybe $28,000 at $15 an hour. You know, at a base 12% tax rate, unless they lowered it recently or raised it. Last I checked, it was like 12. Oh. Well, Bambino, I don't think everyone was involved. I feel like there's a lot of people involved, but not everyone. Because at a certain point, I feel like word got around about that island and other people were getting invited and they started saying no. Because you're not wrong, because they knew all about the Weinstein thing and everything as well. Just a little bit long. Y'all arguing with each other. No, Joshua, it's done and over. I'll explain why here in a minute. I'm not like close to the public. It's over though. America turned itself into disco rice. Got eaten the fuck alive. America became a disco rice buffet. Yeah, I'm in a store. They're playing music. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I got the stream muted. Okay. Sorry about that. I was inside. They played music in the store, so I don't want the video to get copyrighted. We're almost at my spot where I can charge my phone. I need to because my battery life's dying. So, oh, come on. Come on. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, okay, just my stream got darker. Y'all still there? I can't tell. Almost there, folks. Almost there. I smell gas. Like bad. Like if I lit a slider there, bro, I think it'd go boom. Oh, it's a dragonfly. All right. All right, sorry, buddy. We're almost back. Oh my God. Where does this fucking thing roll off to? Every day. Every fucking day. I hate this book bag, bro. It sucks. God. It's every day. This fucking sucks. You're a pedicure. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. You have a blessed rest of your day. Yeah, kids need protection. You're damn right they do. Ow. Yeah. That is the one time Jesus said he will not forgive you. Yeah, sorry, I had to get situated. My phone was dying. I could have easily put it on my power bank, but hey, I needed to get up and get moving. It's hot out here, that's damn sure. I mean, Bambino, don't get me wrong. I appreciate their services, but there's no amount of medical, like, therapy I can give you for, like, the workload and the shit you're gonna see. I give you a pill to unsee that child porn, and you watch that guy fuck her for, like, however long that video is. There's no pill I can give you for that, bro. That's another reason why I want them Jeffrey Epstein files released, because at the end of the day, that's disingenuous to the FBI agents that actually did the due diligent work to track and hold those people accountable for that shit. And at the end of the day, there is no pill you can give that person to erase those memories, and then they have to go home and sit across the table from their kids and eat dinner. It is disingenuous to them and the work they did. And there's no pill you can give them to make that go away. Well, they just got to release the Epstein files, and we can. In itself, of them not releasing the files is aiding and abetting. But agreed, they need to be held to justice. Nope. Literally hell is just like the lake of fire. When you get cast into it, you cease to exist. Like, you're gone forever. So, albeit, I don't know what happens after we die and what happens after we die, then if we can die again, but like whatever that is, getting cast in the lake of fire, no, like you're permanently deleted. Like perma-deleted. Oh no, they'll be held accountable for sure. Well, they'd be in prison, but I know your point, Reezer Mac. No, literally the biblical definition of hell is the lake of fire and the cease of existence. It's not this internal pain. You don't exist anymore. It's literally like when you go to sleep and you wake up the next morning and you don't dream. It's like the don't dream part. There's nothing. You're gone. There's no consciousness, nothing. You're just dead. Like you have been permanently deleted. Like, you're not even going to be around in any of the resurrections at all. Like, dead. That's how they described hell. And it's just a lake of fire. It's not this place where you're down there with Satan and being tortured with Satan by Satan all day. Satan's locked away in his own little prison there. Yeah, I mean, that's what it says in the Bible. I mean, I don't know what translation you read and if it said anything different, but that's what it said. You will cease to exist. And I don't know what that all entails of, like, exists means. So, like, when I die, can I die again? And then, like, what happens if I die while I'm dead? Like, you know, it's like a dream within a dream, but, you know. Whole bunch of shit I'm not going to concern myself with, though, until I have to deal with it then. Because if I worry about that, you know, now, Jesus. Found him. Sorry, I have a bunch of ants running out around here. And they're not going to live here much longer. They're dying. I don't give a damn about it, Dante's Inferno. It's in the Bible. I don't give a damn about some poet. If that was the case, Francis, why aren't other books banned in school? Why do we learn history and everything else then? It was written by man. Alright, sorry, I haven't switched my charger cords and shit around here. It's something that's not easy. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun. Why is my phone not charging, bro? Here, hold on. I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to start it again. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you on the